Hello everybody, how is it going? My name is Lucas, and have you ever wanted to get that awesome guitar tone from Gojira's The Way of All Flesh album? Well, look no further because I am going to show you how to get it today. And guys, if this is your first time here, or if you have been here before, make sure you are subscribed. I do giveaways, I do tone tutorials, get reviews, and I don't want you to miss any of that cool stuff I got going on here. So let's jump right in and check out how to get Gojira's tone from The Way of All Flesh. Before we start, I want to tell you I'm going to be doing a lot of this from my Axe-Fx 3, but you don't need an Axe-Fx 3 or anything super expensive to get this tone. Literally all you need is something that can load an IR, because I'm going to have the IR that I matched from the Axe-Fx. I'm going to put that up on Axe Change so you can download it in the preset. And then I also have one that I did that's a WAV file. So your WAV file, you can load that into anything that has an IR, that takes an IR. You can load it up, anything, and it'll work. I mean, if you want to get close to it, like completely free, the best thing I can recommend is if you get ML Sound Labs Roots, amped Roots, that has a 5153 amp sim in it for absolutely free. You can do that, or literally any other 5150 amp sim. So I know I've been talking a lot. Let me actually play for you so you can hear the tone. And I'm going to be using the Axe-Fx IR, and I'll show you the Wave IR. I'm using the 5153 50 watt blue. Okay, everybody, that is the tone. It is very raw. It is very in your face. It sounds like a real amplifier. I know we're doing it in IR, but it does have that raw tendency to it. And I did match this off of the absolute raw guitar files. So it's the raw guitar files that were recorded. It wasn't mixed or mastered or anything like that. It was 100% raw. To get this tone, I did a little bit of research, did a little bit of digging, and I found this from an Ultimate Metal forum. Let me zoom in a little bit so we can see it here. And Mr. Jeff TD says that he did a meet and greet with Gojira, and according to Joe Duplantis, it was a JB loaded SLS RR1. That's I'm pretty sure that's a Jackson, because that is what Gojira uses. Combo into an EVH 5153, a PV 5150 cabinet, which I'm pretty sure had Sheffields in those cabinets. Stock. I don't exactly know what they had in them when they did it in the studio. And they use an AKG C414. This is the interesting part of it, because this mic typically isn't used on mic cabs all that much. So that is the very interesting part of it. And I'm using the 5153 50 watt blue. I don't know which one that they use specifically, the 5153. In the Axe, we have 100 watt and we have the 50. I don't get along with the 100 watt in here for some reason. It just wasn't doing it for me. I originally built this patch with the 5150 block, and that one wasn't quite doing it. But once I found out they used 5153, I switched to it, and it was it. It's that upper high end bite to it that the block didn't have. The block's one of my favorite amps ever. And it's my favorite in the Axe-Fx 3, and you can get the tone, but you need some more tweaking. But with the 5053, you absolutely get it right, quick, fast, and in a hurry. Keep in mind that the preset is dialed in with the Axe-Fx tone match. It's not dialed in so much with the dot wave, but let me just show you what the dot wave sounds like, and I'll explain some more stuff after that. So if you look on both of these IRs right here, you are gonna have to mess with the high cut. I repeat, you will have to shave some of this high end of it off, because, okay, so I'm gonna crank it all the way up, and this is how the exact recording sound, like the raw stem recording. It is very bright. There's so much high end on there. I chopped it off a little bit, because even if you listen on the actual recording when after it's mixed and mastered, that high end still there, but it is cut off a little bit. For the actual Axe Effects patch itself, I only did rhythm, so there's only one scene in it, and I'm just using your normal 808 drive for it, just to kind of scoop a lot of that low end out, because the 5153 is very different from the block letter. It kind of aggravates me, because I find the block letter, it's very easy and smooth to dial in. This thing, the frequencies are in weird spots. What I mean about that is, on the Axe Effects specifically for the 50-watt blue, the depth knob has a lot of the bass control in it. So depending on how much you crank the depth, that is gonna accentuate how much low end comes from the bass. What I mean about that, I kind of said that weird. If you crank the depth up, it's gonna bring all of that bass up, and then when you adjust the bass knob, it's gonna adjust it off of the low frequencies that the depth knob brought up, if that makes any sense. On my output EQ, it's kind of a ride. I cut 8K out. I scooped a little bit of those annoying mids out of there, and I put some 63 hertz bass in, because I wanted more low end, because I didn't want it to sound super thin when I was playing it for you guys. So I jacked that up. Watch, let me show you what I'm talking about. So that's why I put that 63 up, to give it a little bit more low end. That's really all I touched patch wise. Now guys, if you're loading this up in another VST, or in your DAW, anything, loading up your IRs, make sure you chop out that high end, because I'll show you. This is with it on the WAV file. You see how insane it gets? Even I notice on when I'm matching all of the WAV files, that high end, some of the time it's a lot more scratchy when it's coming in there, a lot more aggressive. So tame the high end in that IR, and you should be absolutely fine. That is going to be it. This tone is very straightforward. For the cleans on this album, it really isn't all that much cleans in it. I mean, you get kind of this little light breakup stuff. One more thing I wanted to show you is for my guitar, I forgot to say this. I'm using a Black Cat with Tosin Fishmans in it. I'm going to go to the split coil position, and I'm just going to kind of show you what it sounds like in split coil mode. So it sounds pretty cool even in a split coil position. Little side note, if you get a chance to see Gojira live, please do it. They're awesome live. I saw them a couple years ago. I'm going to see them again in 2020 when they're coming back around. But guys, that's going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for spending some time with me, checking out this video. If you thought this video was cool, leave me a thumbs up. If you aren't subbed, you really should. I got lots of cool tone matches coming. Some tone guides coming your way. If you want to see something else, let me know in the comments, because so far I've just kind of been doing my favorite albums, favorite bands, just going down the line. Let me know if you want to see something in the very near future. And guys, thank you so much for watching this video and spending time with me. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.